Leela. I teach the 8 a.m.s on Sundays just to wrap up the weekend, get the last day of the weekend all nice and ready, get ready for the week. I love teaching on Sundays because it's a nice closure, but it's also a really nice beginning. So with that, let's start on our backs in Shavasana. I know it's early in the morning. I promise we'll get moving so you don't fall back asleep. So Shavasana, lay all the way down. Close your eyes. Bring your breath down to your chest. Bring your attention to the four corners of the mat. Start to settle into your body, into your space. Start to notice where your body touches the ground. Notice your shoulders, any tension that you hold and where you hold it. Start to deepen your breath. Bring the air down the spine and letting it flow out. Today's flow is gluten core heavy, which has been kind of a theme for all my flows for the last several weeks, especially since we've gone live. I just feel that for those of us who don't do home workouts, the core and the glutes are, I guess, the muscle groups that we work the least. So we'll get going on that. All right, take another big breath in and bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a huge squeeze. When you're ready, supine twist. Let your knees fall over to the left side. Send your gaze over your right shoulder. You should feel a nice twisting through the middle of the back. You should feel good. If it's painful, lift the knees up a little bit. Don't let them go all the way to the ground. Try to keep your right shoulder glued to the mat, to the floor. Take several breaths here. Start to deepen the breath. And then start to change it. Let's start to activate our Ujjayi breath of fire. That means you breathe in through the nose, and then you exhale back through the nose. It oxygenates our lungs, our muscles, and it really brings our practice to another level. When you're ready, let's switch it up to the other side. So send the knees over to the right. The gaze goes over the left shoulder. You might hear some pops and crackles this early in the morning. That's totally fine. Generally in yoga practice, every time you hear a pop or a crackle, it's usually fine, especially in the stretching. It's just your spine and your joints settling in. Okay, let's take one more breath here. And when you're ready, rolling back through center, give yourself another big hug. Okay, from here, you're going to set your heels down on the mat. Knees stay up towards the ceiling. We're going to start with a bridge pose, okay, to warm up the glutes, the hamstrings, and the back. So inch your heels closer to your cheeks. Take a big breath and lift the hips up towards the sky. Maybe opening up your chest and your shoulder blades so you can inch a fist underneath you, and then press even higher. Keep it here. Left leg stays planted, right leg comes up high to the sky. Okay, we're going to have 10 pulses here, like you're stamping your foot into the ceiling. Just 10 here. Drop the hips and then lift it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. switch it up to the other side. Left heel lifts high. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the foot down and let your back come down to the mat. Windshield wipe your legs from side to side to reset the spine. Left leg can stay where it is, or you can stretch it out long onto the mat, your choice. Right leg comes up high to the sky, and then bring the knee into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze just of the right side, and start to move that leg around, getting into the hip joint. You should start to feel the stretches both on the inner thigh and the IT band on the outside. Just take organic movement here with your leg, whatever feels good to you. Doesn't have to be anything specific. Some hip circles, and stretch the right leg up into the sky as best as you can. Doesn't have to be a straight leg, but then for a hamstring stretch here, you can either grab the back of your thigh and then pull the leg in closer to your face. If you're super flexy this early in the morning, first of all, kudos to you. Second of all, you can grab your big toe and then pull your leg closer to your face. I am definitely not that flexy right now, so I'll just stay right here. But make sure you feel the stretch. If you're not feeling the stretch, then start to move your hands up the leg and then pulling in, or straightening the leg a little bit more. You should feel a nice hamstring stretch. A lot of people have been taking to walking or running with this quarantine situation. So for those walkers and runners, here's a nice hammy warm up for you. Okay, let's switch it out to the other side. So right leg comes down, left leg comes up. Same thing here. You might actually notice that one of the legs is a little bit more flexible than the other, and that's totally fine. It's normal. Our bodies are not symmetrical as much as like we would like them to be. The key here is to give yourself grace and notice like where the strength is and where the weaknesses are, and then work on those. But also like don't feel bad because it's totally normal. Let's take a few more breaths here. I'm gonna close this little thing because I have light coming right into my eye. Okay, another breath here, and then when you're ready, you're actually going to keep that left leg up, but your hands come to like the base of your neck, where the head meets the neck. Starting to warm up the core here, we have yogi bicycles. So right elbow goes on the outside of the left knee, crunch up, and then twist, and then switch it to the other side. Okay, we have 10 on each side. So 10, I'll do them with you too. 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, last one, 1, 1. Set the heels down, windshield wipe the knees back and forth to have a nice release through the belly. Okay, left leg comes back up into the sky. You're going to grab your fingers, make a little squirt gun with the fingertips, And then we are going to crunch up and out over to the left side. So let's just hit the left side first, and then we'll go to the right side. So you're going to crunch up and shoot for the outside of your left toes, and then down. The crunches are going to be a little bit smaller than a full sit up. That's totally fine. That's what we want. We want to hit that part of the core. Okay, we just have 10 pulses here. It's not a big deal. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Same thing on the right side. 10 pulses up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it all go. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And start to roll up and down your mat. Take a few rolls. Massage the spine. We'll meet in tabletop position. So box pose, shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. You can get there as graciously as you want, or it can be as messy as I did it. That's really cool. Okay, once you're in tabletop, start to take movement here, okay? Whatever that means to you. You can chill in child's pose if you would like. Otherwise, we're just bringing movement into the shoulders, into the hips. The nice thing about doing yoga at home in quarantine is that nobody can see what you're doing. And that's often one of my biggest challenges in a studio, is being able to focus on what's in front of me and what my body's telling me, instead of focusing on some girl in the front row who's like in a handstand the whole time. That's been like a challenge for me through my total yoga practice, and I work on it every day. I have good days, I have bad days. Anyways, all right. So from here, cat cows. Let's drop your belly, look up, breathe in, stretch, 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 and then exhale, send the gaze down, breathe out, cat pose. Let's do a few more. Drop the belly, look up, breathe in, cow, exhale, cat, bring it up. One more time through. Drop the belly, look up, breathe in, exhale, cat, dome through the shoulder blades. Stay right here in cat. Take another movement or two. And then let's all sit back into child's pose. So widen the knees, send your hips on towards your feet, seeking them lower to the ground, letting your chest melt into the ground in front of you. Lengthen through the arms. Close your eyes or not, we're just here for a transition. Some grounding. When you're ready, shift back up through tabletop. Tuck the toes into the mat. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog. The first down dog of class. It might feel a little rough. Maybe walk it out here. Start to feel the pose. Bending through the knees. Again, whatever feels good for you. The benefit of taking your yoga practice at home is that you get to start to focus on how yoga feels instead of how it looks, which is a really important benefit to keep in mind for when we go back to the studios, right? You want to keep those feelings. You want to keep your focus on yourself and your body. Let's take one more breath in. On your exhale, tiptoe the feet towards the hands into a forward fold. Widen the stance just a little bit here, so hip width distance apart. And then let's go into ragdoll pose. So maybe grab opposite elbows, maybe send your hands behind your neck, but let everything hang. Bend through the knees, bend a lot. Just let it all go here. Bring a sway into the lower back. Maybe nod your head yes, shake your head no. Really feel a stretch through, again, the hamstrings and the lower back here. When you're ready, place the hands back onto the mat. Maybe wiggle the feet closer back to each other and start to stack the vertebrae. Lift all the way up from mountain pose as slow as you can. We're taking this first sensoe really, really slow so we feel it all the way through. Hands reach for the ceiling, gaze follows. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Close your eyes. Take a moment for your breath. Let your thumbs press into your chest cavity. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the life pumping through you. And when you're ready, drop the hands back towards your sides. Big inhale, stretch them up for the ceiling, gaze follows. Exhale, slowly swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins, flat back. And then exhale, fold. Hands plant onto the mat. Step your feet back. We're in high plank. Okay, let's stay here for a few breaths. Again, firing up the core. Shoulders are in that cat dome position that we were in before. Fingertips are pressing through the mat. Super, super strong here all the way through. On your exhale, shift back up to downward facing dog. Big breath here, then several more breaths. Take it all in. We're moving a little bit slower to begin class, but I promise you'll feel that fire here shortly.